Hi, everybody. It's Bobby with the Salty Patriot. Hey, I'm glad to see you. It's been a week and I'm excited to get back here. There's so many things to choose from, to talk about and ask questions about all over the place. But I have a couple quick questions for you, and we are going to keep it quick this time. But we're going to get thinking about a couple of things that just kind of have me a little bit puzzled. So I'm wondering about if any of you have seen all of the incentives for getting the stab. That's what we're going to call it, instead of the word that can get me removed from this channel, or get me taken down as a part of this channel. We are going to call it the stab. So, are you at all curious about the fact that I saw this week that now McDonald's is coming on board with offering certain incentives? That there's also, I think it's in Ohio, that they're offering the opportunity to be put into a lottery for $1 million. I think it was 5 people. Man, wish I lived in Ohio. Not really, and it wouldn't matter anyways. But oh, what else was there? Oh, a Tesla. Somewhere they're getting put into a lottery for a Tesla. And then there's the one that came along right away, which was bringing in your card to Krispy Kreme and getting a donut. So we got a couple of food incentives here that are like really right top of the line health foods that are if we're promoting health, for sure we would want to give them as incentives, right? For promoting health. I mean, does it make sense to you? What about the lottery and the Tesla? And does any of this make you stop and question it all? So let's think. Have you ever heard of, the MMR? That was a series that, or is a series that's given to kids when they're young. So have you ever heard of an incentive for that? How about a tetanus shot? How about that? Have you, every 10 years when you're due for your re-up of it, um, is there some kind of incentive for getting that? Or let's see, what else? I guess that maybe tetanus isn't a good example because I don't know that that's contagious. I guess that's maybe, how about chickenpox? Let's just go with the chickenpox one. I don't know, but I have never in my life heard of an incentive, especially for a virus that has a 99.7% or higher, depending upon your age group, of recovery. Does this make you at all suspicious? I'm just wondering too, if any of you have ever looked into things that the government has suggested or endorsed in the past, and then years later you come to find out that it really was not good for you at all. So many questions. So many questions. So another thing that I have been questioning is, I'm wondering why throughout all of this, now we are so excited about the availability of this stab, but there has been little to no talk about leading a healthy lifestyle, about building up your immune system, about preventative medicine, right? Rather than, just the obvious that they came up with, which really isn't a preventative, wearing masks. There's studies that dispute that, right? And, the social distancing, sure. If you're staying away from people, obviously you're going to have less likelihood to get it, but there's also ramifications of that as well. But why is it that we were never told about, from at least the CDC and the WHO, some of these organizations that our government is looking to, why didn't they ever suggest building up your immune system with C and D3 and zinc? Does that make you wonder at all? It makes me wonder. And what about the medications that some doctors used and found to be very effective? Not only what were those types of treatments shared, but in some places they were banned and doctors were silenced. How also are you feeling about the censoring? I guess it kind of depends upon, maybe for you, depending upon what side of the aisle that you're on, if you approve of or what your viewpoint is on certain things. But, whenever someone is silenced and shut down, that you have to know that that is going to eventually come around to you as well. So it's really important, I think, for us to consider what is going on and if it's really okay with us. We all, as individuals, as free individuals within this country, have the right to turn on or turn off someone if we don't agree with them, right? We can shut them off. But silencing and censoring, I don't know. What if something that person said was important or maybe would lead you to look a little bit further in another direction? Or is that why they're being silenced and censored? Because someone doesn't want you to. Ooh, this sounds like I need a tinfoil hat on, doesn't it? Sounds like maybe it's a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but if you guys aren't looking at things a little bit more closely, if you are still sleeping in your chair, worried about going fishing and just having a good time with with everything, not paying attention to anything, if you aren't concerned right now with the things that are going on within this world, then you are part of the problem. And we're going to just get real because we don't really have time to mess around like this anymore. We cannot afford to just sit back, and I'm guilty of it too, wrapped up within my own world, within my own family, things that were going on, things that are happening within our own world, and not really paying attention to what's going on outside of our own little world because it's not convenient. It's not even fun sometimes. But if we don't, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Have you been watching what's going on in Canada? Have you been watching the arrests that have taken place in Canada? Have you been listening to what types of standards that they are implementing regarding cards and what you'll be allowed to do and not be allowed to do? Are you paying attention to that? That is our neighbor to the north. And there are many nations throughout the world that have things happening that we should be paying attention to because in all reality, it's likely coming our way also. Have you been paying attention at all what's going on between Israel and Palestine? If you're not, you should. And you should make sure to do some deep research so that you're not being, again, influenced by the propaganda that's provided to you and for you to affect your opinion. There's a lot going on there, a lot of important things, a lot of biblical things that are going on that we as Christians need to wake up and pay attention to. So, lots of questions. And I was really only going to bring up a couple of them, but boy, it's hard to stop once you get started with all the things that are going on that we should be asking questions about. So I hope that this motivates you to take a little further look. If you are ever interested in where I receive some of my information, you can always email me, and I'll put my email down in the comments below. You can also find me on Instagram. it's Salty Patriot. And also, it is under, I do a lot of posting on my personal page, which is Sunshine and Pansies, because that's what I'd like life to be all about. But you will find information and find me at both of those places as well. So do me a favor and like this and follow me here on YouTube, and then also share this video with others that you would like to think about, or have them think about what is happening in the world, and for them also to begin to ask questions. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.